There
Yo.
he is.
Yo, what's going on, dude?
What's up, man?
How the hell do you get your hair like that?
A lot of nothing.
What?
Yeah, he woke up like that.
You kind of just wake up with the bed hair, you know?
That's unbelievable, dude. I love it. By the way, to clear things up, Jackson is losing his mind. He thought the guy that hopped on here was actually Zed. Tell him he's wrong.
His name's Zeb.
Zed.
I figured.
Yeah.
He thought you were Zed, the DJ.
You got the wrong interview going right now.
I was like, what the hell is happening?
I was like, Ian just chilling there with Zed right now, and Zed just hopped on and be like, hey, he'll be on in a second. I was like, what in the fuck is happening? Like,
That's funny as hell.
Crazy. All right, dude. I want to ask. I was on your website earlier, just kind of because this was booked super last minute. So your merch is crazy, dude. Are you designing that yourself, or are you big into fashion? How's that go?
Yeah, dude. I like to design all my merch. You know, sometimes I'll like go on my iPad on Procreate and I'll draw some like designs and stuff.
Damn.
But yeah, the last merch that we did, I was kind of going for like a little varsity like type of vibe for like t-shirt, and the hoodie stuff is, you know, just pretty me.
Are you picking out the own threads like oversized hoodies, or is it just like a custom ink thing where it's like, oh, these are the hoodies, put some images on it?
I was because there's a lot of spots in LA like where you can go to like factories and like kind of figure it out to see like what the quality is, but I don't go too crazy on the merch, you know, because I still want it to be like, you know, like the merch, not like a fashion line. But
yeah, you got to do something with Dior, dude. You got to do a little collab merch there. I mean, I'd buy it. I'd have to take out a loan, but I'd buy it.
That's the goal. That's the goal, man. Dior.
Is it?
Dior. Yeah. Like I could
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you've thought of that too, right? We're not the first ones saying.
Oh yeah, in my head it's Dior for Dior.
Let's do it. Oh, come on.
He's got the whole title and everything.
That's gonna happen. I love it, dude.
All right. Well,
also on your website, I saw that you had a phone number, and this is an interesting topic I kind of want to bring up because I've seen recently a lot of artists have phone numbers, and I know you're not putting your personal phone number out there. So I want to know, what the hell is that thing? Like, is it like a Discord where people can like text you and you can text back, or?
I have my Discord like that I've had like since I first moved out here, and
yeah,
I'll go in there and I'll update my fans like, yo, on the way to the studio, like, what's up, guys? Like, what are you doing? Whatever. And that number that you saw it's like an app. I'm sure it's an app, and basically like they could text me, and that on that app I get all the messages, so that I don't give out my personal number, but they could still like hit that. It's kind of like a second phone. And they all get it. They all could text me, and like I'm just kind of hitting them back and like seeing what's up.
Dang.
Well, how often
I'm not important enough to get access to that type of shit.
Now, how often are you able to respond to fans and stuff like that?
I mean, I have the app on my phone, so just like anytime like I'm just chilling on my phone, I'll go up there and just see what's going on.
Car ride, you're like, hey, what's up? Why not?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, let's get into some music. I saw you just dropped a song on April 1st. Thought it wasn't an April Fool's prank. With Major Frequency. Well, Major is the artist, and then what is on the song title? It says inspired by Major Frequency. What does that mean?
Honestly, the frequency thing was like, so Major's like super into frequencies and like making, because you know, like I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but like when you set a song to a certain frequency, that's what it makes you feel. Doesn't matter what they're talking about. If the frequency is set to that, that's the emotion the song will give you. So he's like super into that, and each song in that album was set to a certain frequency. So I think that was the name of the album. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, but I just know like he's like super like he geeks out on that, and it's like a science to him.
I saw he had like some podcast or something like that. I didn't know if that had anything to do with it.
Oh, that might be it. It might be the podcast.
Or the podcast. I thought it was called Major Frequency, but I don't know how those two really correlate.
The only time I heard about frequencies and stuff was the Travis Scott Astro World thing. They were like, oh, he's using frequencies to mess with the people's brains. I was like, you're on drugs. But like, no, I don't real. Like, is it like, have you noticed it like listening to music, or is he just rambling, like telling his own science? Or
no, for sure. So like whenever I'm in the studio, if I'm feeling it, I'll bring this frequency board. And basically it's a wooden box, has a black like bottom, and you put the sand on it, and you can plug in music, you can plug in a guitar to it, and like for instance, like I plugged in Carlos Santana into this frequency board, and it was dancing, making hearts and like all these shapes. So like that's the
What?
frequency that the song gives you whenever you listen to it.
So this new song that you just came out with, Major, it says 216 hertz, which frequency. So what is that frequency supposed to make you feel?
Happy, like love.
Love.
You know, like the whole song is
Huh.
about being you. You know, don't be afraid to be yourself. So like we set the frequency to something that makes you feel like someone's like you just feel touched when you listen to it.
I like that's kind of cool. That's
I'm literally looking up a frequency board right now.
we're in
I'm about
like
to buy one
science
of these.
class right now. This is sick.
No, dude, it literally turns into a science. Like my homie Belly, he's in the middle of making a studio right now. And
Yeah.
you know how like the studios have like an island in the middle?
Uh-huh.
He's making that whole island a frequency board that still has all the channels and stuff, but the tabletop is the frequency board. So you just plug into it and play guitar, so you can see what frequency you're getting.
Are we
off.
talking about Cinderella Belly or a different belly?
Cinderella Belly? No.
Okay.
He works like closely with like the Weekend.
Yeah. He's got the song Cinderella. I love that dude.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about the song and I was
Or
like,
ballerina. My bad.
yeah.
It's okay.
That's
I
funny.
didn't know what he was talking about either, Ian. All right, you got your new album out, On to Better Things. What's the whole idea behind that title as well? On what are the better things?
Really just telling my story. You know, with this like last album, I wanted to be cohesive all the way through. And, you know, I wanted, so that was the third album I made before I finally put it out. So there's 2 albums
Huh.
before that where like I made a full album, scrapped it, made another full album, scrapped it. And then with this one, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to blend everything that I was trying to do and put it into one album. So like I did like the rock and the hip hop and pop and um really just wanted like I just wanted to tell my story. And you know, I didn't care like if it did good or not. I just wanted people to understand what was going on in my life and where I was at, because at that time in my life when I made the majority of the songs, I was fucked up and just in a like crazy headspace. So
Yeah.
you know, I wanted to make sure that people understood that that's where I was in that time, and that's why I hadn't dropped in a while. And yeah, I mean, like when you listen to the music, it kind of speaks for itself.
That's interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. So you said you were in a tough time. I mean, a lot of people like with lockdowns coming up and social media is crazy. If you were to give advice to yourself a couple of years ago when you were going through that time, what would it be for someone like that's stuck in it trying to get out?
I mean, advice I'd give myself is stop running. You know, it's crazy that all the things that I thought were helping me cope with, you know, what I was dealing with were the problem. You know, and
Yeah.
once those things were out the way, life got 10 times easier.
Hmm.
We're getting a little deep here on the Two Faces for Radio podcast.
I love it. This is good shit. Good
Obviously
shit.
you're working singles with this new album as well. Besides the single, I mean, actually, it might be the singles. What's your favorite song that you made on the new album?
I love Let You.
Let You. Nice.
Hell yeah.
It's one of my favorite ones, you know, because it was like kind of like the breaking point of me letting somebody go finally. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. This is it. And you know, with the video, like it has like the whole circus theme. And you know, for me, what that meant was I'm letting this person go, but I'm living in a fucking circus. You know, to me, LA is a circus. Everybody's wearing a costume and everybody's trying to put a show on. So that was like the theme behind the video. But I love Let You and I also love, and Obvious are like my top 3.
It's nice. Obvious is really nice.
So on the topic of the music real quick, I know Jackson, before we did this interview, he was playing the little promo that MGK put together for his tour. And I was just laughing, just hearing the shit. Like I think he said like in the video, his cat had shitting problems or something. I just lost it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, that was shitting everywhere.
What the hell? So tell me a little bit about this tour. I know you're not doing the whole thing, but what are you most excited to perform? Stuff like that, because I know a lot of your success, like, you know, with Mood, with 24K Gold and all that stuff, it was during the pandemic, so you weren't able to get out too much.
Right. I mean, first of all, I'm just excited. I love being on the road. It's my apart from making the music, performing is my favorite thing to do. You know, being in the presence of thousands of people and just powerful. But what I'm most excited for, I would say, is just like a little backstory. I was in high school. I remember it was like junior or senior year. It was whenever 2014 Forest Hills Drive came out.
Yeah.
J. Cole dropped this documentary, and it was him performing in Madison Square. And I remember every day I'd come home and I'd stand like this close to the TV and I'd be watching this documentary over and over and over again until my mom kicked me off the TV. And it was just like so fucking sick to me how he would sell out Madison Square Garden. Like the set was like his old home, and he's just sitting on the roof just performing. I like watching that and like being so inspired from that to like this year we sold out Madison Square Garden 2 nights in a row.
Let's go, dude.
So like that's gonna be a special night for me, special 2 nights, and yeah, it's safe to say that that's what like I'm most excited for sure.
That's awesome.
I know you were not born in Texas, born in Puerto Rico, but raised in Texas. I know your first few shows are in Texas. You excited to go back home?
Dude, yes.
That'll be really cool.
It's so hype, and I'm also 'cause I think we have like a couple off days in Texas, so I'm gonna drive to my hometown and do a show over there before like we can. Yeah, so I'm excited. I always love performing. Huh?
Have you announced that yet? Doing a show in your hometown?
No, so I guess you guys.
I was gonna say I haven't heard about that. That's cool though.
That's awesome.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you for sitting down with us, Ian. It's really cool.
Of course. Yeah. Thanks for having me, man.
And,
yeah, have a good one.
And the mystery Zed guy.
Yo, Zed. We're gonna go cook up some mixes. All right.
Let's do it, dude. Yeah, loop me in on it. All right. See ya.
All right.
See ya.